Why, hello, 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 my chatty watties. It's me, the rat. What's up, y'all? How we all doing today? How's everybody doing? Captain, thank you for coming in and getting your lurk and chatting for a bit. Appreciate you, brother. But anyways, how y'all doing today? Um, Happy Wednesday, I guess. Happy of the week. We can make it. Push through, soldiers. Yeah. This is my last day of summer, so decided to might as well yap about something I haven't really got a chance to yap about, which is action figures. Um, so the exact topic I'm going to be talking about today is going to be hold on, let me turn on the music for myself. All right, it's a little low for me, which is fine. Um, I'm going to be talking about every action figure release that I currently that I have, or like not every action figure release I have. That would be like more than 2 hours. I'll be talking about every. Also, we're halfway through 2025, and we're already halfway through the decade. So I have decided to take that time to talk about um, the every what is it? I just have to talk about like every basically the releases that are special to me in some form or way from the last 5 years. We're halfway through 2025 and we're halfway through the decade. Why are ads playing when I have ad blocker? All right, that's gonna be annoying, but I can fix that later. Okay, so let's just get it started. I have every single like basically this is me yapping about the figures that are kind of like been important to me these last like that I've made like the 2020 collecting this first half of the decade special to me. So let us begin with the very first one. First thing, let's get the camera ready. All right, back to the old back to behind the camera setup here. So first things first is gonna be um, a figure that is a little outdated by today's standard, especially what's out in the market right now. But overall, still to me like a really fun release. This is NECA. Gotta enunciate it. Um, Version of Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Biollante, also known as Biogoji, also known as Godzilla from Godzilla 1989, not 98. That's a different guy. So why is this figure so rat? Question: why is this particular figure so special to you? Well, simple. This is my first ever posable Godzilla figure ever. Like, I only had one based off 2014, and then I never got and then it took me like about like five Batman solos. I mean, I'm pretty sure his mech got beat up in that one Justice League crossover. I don't know. I don't really like reading crossover comics. Hello, Anna. What's up? What's up? How you doing today? Um, how's your day been going? Good to have you here. I got spammed in glasses, Ariel. Very funny. That's like that one little goober that like everybody like torches the plush of, right? From Deltarune. That's all I really know. I've only played. I think I've never really played like I think the only like experience I have with like Deltarune and Undertale is like obviously the memes with Asgore, and also the fact I think I watched my friend play Undertale for me. I just watched a friend of mine gifted me his glasses. At least you can do a Spamton cosplay in the future if that's your prerogative. I don't want to. I don't want to cosplay. It's just funny. Well, that is fair. Yeah, I see it. Yeah, there he is, little goofy goober. Speaking of goofy goobers, I was talking about this goofy goober right here. This is I'm basically going through every like we're halfway past 2025. Oh, hi Dreister. Thank you for getting your first rat. And your daily cheese. I appreciate it, brother. I'm getting your daily cheese. It's Godzilla. Yes, it's one of the many Godzillas. You're gonna see a lot of them. I forbore. It's funny how you just said that because the Godzilla track is playing right now. This is early. This is an extended version of early movie from Tokyo from the movie Shin Godzilla, which I did see the 4K release yesterday. It was amazing, or it was pretty damn good. I mostly was more excited of it because my friends were like in the mood were wanted to never seen it. I'm sorry, not into Godzilla that much. That's fair. He's not really he's like he can be. He's not every movie's for him. Not everything's for everybody. I'm more of a superhero type girl. I mean, you've shown that. I mean, you're really passionate about it. Gonna lurk, my man. Have fun. All right. Bye, Jester. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for lurking. I appreciate it, man. Hope you have a good lurk. Um, but as I was saying, um, this Godzilla is special to me because even though I do love kaiju's, robots, and these type of stuff. Yeah. Um, I know a lot of kaiju media outside of like Godzilla. Like I like Pacific Rim. I like Ultraman. I like Gamera. Well, four of his movies. I haven't seen his older ones, but I overall do appreciate kaiju and tokusatsu and giant robots. I gotta watch more stuff. I love Pacific Rim, Evangelion, and Gundams. Titanfall. I had Titanfall 2. I should probably stream that game one day. I heard Titanfall 2 is fun. Titanfall 2 is a really great game. But all right, we're gonna get back on to the Goji Man. So, I I've never played it, but the characters look cool. They do. I'm a sucker for giant robots. Do you have any other figures? So, um, I have a lot of Godzilla figures. Helena, what we're doing here is that I'm going through. We're past the halfway point 2025, so that means we're past the halfway point of this entire decade. So I want to go over the figures in this last half of this decade that really hadn't that spoke to me as a person and overall are just were really important to me on my collecting journey. I only have Batman figures. I don't have a single Batman figure. I kind of want one, but I don't know. I'm just waiting for a one that there's a lot of really good ones out there, but just whether I'm looking for one that's really speaks out to me because I'm very selective of what I collect. So, anyways, so I got this guy on a Las Vegas trip, at a local store. I heard anytime I go to a new spot or a place I've never been to before, I normally try at a local store. Yeah, at a local collector store, insane quality. Yeah, local stores are pretty goated. I bought this guy at a local store in Las Vegas. Basically the first day or one of the days we were there, I said, "Hey, can we look?" And then maybe one day we can go back there on our last day, and and if I really want anything, because I didn't want to spend on my money there at one spot on this vacation. So I bought so and then before we left Vegas, I went out with this figure. This is the NECA Godzilla from Godzilla vs. Biollante, also known as Biogoji, also known as Godzilla in 1989. And why he's so special is because he's my second ever posable Godzilla figure, or just Godzilla figure in general, and also this my second figure from this company. He's not as accurate to the competitors out there, but I do is it completely posable. Part of it's posable. This segment here is posable. This segment here is posable. It's just segments because these retailed at the time before the company lost the license to make these figures. These were $30, which compared to the competition were way more than that. These were solid enough for what the time was. I do compared to other figures, even though I think alternate hands are better. I like the little hinges here. The hinge the posable fingers, and I think this is cool. You can make a little fist. You can claw his opponents. You can. It's very cool. I really like how they did this style of articulation. Honestly, it just feels kind of right on this figure. He does have a. I'm not gonna. So this is gonna be a little brief overview of them, not every accessory they come with or how tall they are. This isn't really revealed. This is kind of just like, hey, this is basically just random action figure appreciation throughout the years. This is Saint Opposed figure. For some reason, it's quite very difficult to see a figure in such good quality. Because most of the time, the figures that you're seeing, I muted myself. I meant to mute the music because for some reason, um, ads still play when I have ad blocker. Um, there are some figures out there that do have this quality. It's just that you have to. Most of them are. I usually waste some time watching videos about action back match figures and stuff, and man, some of those are fucking stiff. You can barely pose them. So the only really saving grace for DC figures right now is McFarlane Toy, or like not okay. So currently, DC fans have two options: McFarlane Toys, which people don't really like that much. Some people do like them, some people don't. Or you have to go the more expensive route and start buying Mafex. But there are another companies. But there is like another company coming in trying to like make budget DC figures. Um, and I think that I think what's their name? Who what's their name? Mattel currently has gonna have the line. Is currently have the license to do DC figures for like the U.S. market, so you can probably find these in toy stores. I don't know how they're gonna turn out, but I think people are gonna be like very happy that we're gonna get more better stuff for DC on a budget. Because this guy retailed for $30, but the thing is, you couldn't just find this guy like at a local toy store. You had to go to like I think these were like in Targets. You can buy these were like basically online. And yeah, for like the competition, this is still a pretty solid figure. I this was like my Heisei '90s Godzilla for a long time before I got another one on. So this guy filled a void. So let's get him in a funny pose before we move on to the next figure. I think I can kind of do something funny here. Let's get him all funny pose. I think I remember getting him in a really good one. Like I have an old photo of like paint me like one of your French kaijus. I don't know. Okay, he's off screen now. So actually, I was originally gonna go chronological order, but I just pulled Godzilla even though I was wrong. A figure that I got before him is the guy who appeared in Injustice. So this is technicality my Injustice figure. This is the Storm Collectibles Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion. Now, Rat, you're probably asking, how is this? Yo, it's that one fucker from that from that game. Yep, it is that one fucker. Um, he has depending on the version, he has a wife, and a kid that are dead. So yeah, you're probably wondering, Rat, how is Scorpion important to you? Are you a huge Mortal Kombat fan? Not really. I've only played like a few Mortal Kombat games. I think my favorite one I've ever played because of how like silly and goofy it is Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Oh my god, like Disney Plus really wants me to sign up. Um, I always really wanted this. I thought the design was cool. I always really liked this figure. I always liked how this figure looked or this design. And overall, I think this is probably still my favorite Storm Collectibles figure. Storm Collectibles no longer has a license. They're kind of like they started off being like basically showing up everybody with like making really good fighting game figures from Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. But then after that, they just kind of kept getting so many licenses that it was really hard to keep up, and none of the lines got finished. Like I think to like this, I think the last they're doing Street Fighter 6 figures when Street Fighter 5 line is not even close to complete, and they're just kind of feeling like unfocused. I think they got too big too fast. They got too many properties too quickly. So Mortal Kombat's I don't think is like I gotta clear my nose. Is no longer really being like made by them anymore. I think they don't have the license, so these figures are really hard to like find. But I got this guy for my birthday actually, and I'm really glad I did because he's really good. I haven't really like messed with these guys in a long time, but I just kind of got them off the shelf to show them off. He comes with an axe. He comes with his spear. some posable hands, and an alternate mask, which doesn't really look good on this figure. Oh my God, Bree! Thank you, Bree. Thank you for the raid. How you doing, Bree? He comes with the spear. Yeah, yeah, like the cool hook spear. What's up, Bree? How you doing? Thank you for the raid. I really appreciate it. How was your Castle Crasher stream? Get over here, yeah. I was silently lurking. Um, how'd it go? I love Castle Crashers. It's one of my favorite games of all time. Wait, my grandma's coming on. Have a great stream. All right. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Bree. And George, good to see you in here too, brother. Hi, Raiders. My name is superjgalaxy. I'm a rap PNG variety streamer. I play video games, yap about action figures. Just like to share my passions and hobbies. Welcome in. If you, Raiders, when you do like a raid and run, go ahead. Go get some water. Go get some food. Go do something. If you gotta leave, you gotta go. If any of you guys have any people from Bree, thank you for the follow Bree, and also thank you for raiding. Go and do that because y'all rest is important. But yeah. Once again, thank you for coming in and raiding. Really cool. Thank you. Thank you. Very based. Very based of you, Bree. Yeah. So I was just talking about this Scorpion action figure that I bought. I didn't buy. I got for my birthday one time. This is actually kind of an expensive figure. I think this retailed for 60, was it? I think, which is back then was like the price of a new game. But I like just the simple look. I just really wanted to. I like Scorpion as like a booty. Yeah, he kind of has a booty. Um, I just really wanted a Scorpion figure, and this was like my best option, so I just went with this one. But yeah, he's very solid. He also comes with blood effects. He has this bloody axe. Once again, this isn't like a super in-depth review. This is kind of just like, hey guys, I like this guy. Do you have any? Do you have any? Have Sub-Zero by any chance? I do not have a Sub-Zero figure. I didn't really. AK the other funny guy from the fighting game that is exactly this one with blue. Actually, the different characters. Helena, how dare you get Mortal Kombat lore wrong? But no, I don't have Sub-Zero. I have just Scorpion right here. I don't really care. The only ones I'd probably if I had to buy another one of these, even though they don't make these figures anymore, is a Noob Saibot because he was my go-to Sword and Soul main in Mortal Kombat trilogy. You get a Batman and my soul is yours. Maybe someday. There was one Batman figure that I was like eyeing, but looking at it more, I'm like, I probably won't get a Batman figure. But maybe one day. I don't know if the interest piques me. Good Lord, have mercy. They really want me to buy Disney Plus. Hot Toys make some peak Marvel DC figures. They do, but they're too big for my collection. I collect like in 1/12 scale, which are like 6 inches. Those are like double the height. So, yeah. And also, I don't really. Also, Hot Toys just it doesn't fit in my collection, and I would probably only get one in my life. All right, so Scorpion's really cool. I really like him. I'm glad I got him. He's very important to the collection. So we're gonna move on to the next figure. So this sounds fair then. This next figure was my first ever independent eBay purchase when I got my checking account. This is the Robot Spirits RX something something. I don't remember the name of it. Side arms version of Gundam Unicorn. Now, unfortunately, I did break this figure one time. I broke this piece off, but it's just cosmetic, so it does kind of suck. I'm hoping one day I can get that repaired. It's just basically this part where the ball joint is snapped off, so now he just kind of barren. He kind of has like one cheek out. But yeah, I think a lot of these figures I saw when I was younger on like other figures reviews. I don't know anything about Gundam at all, but I find them cool. Yeah, I don't know much about them. I know it's just like it's a robot wars and a lot of like space politics and space opera, but I do really like the designs. This one I just wanted like if I had to get I chose this one because I once again thought it looks cool, and he's very cool. I have not messed with him in a hot minute, but he comes with like swords, shields, guns. Comes with a lot, and they are robots. I mean, worse, I just know that they're called Gundams and that they are robots. They're actually mechs. People pilot them. They're not just like sentient robots. Um, but good lord, they want me to really buy mechas. Oh, okay, yeah, kind of like Pacific Rim. Yeah. Then there are mechas. Yeah, they're mechs. Um, but I sometimes I play Roblox. Sometimes I see people building them. That's cool. Hold on, I'll send you on Discord. All right, thank you. Um, let's see. I'm gonna check on Discord real quick. But I got this guy for the first time off. Um, when I first got my eBay account, and I made, and I this is the first thing I bought off there. He also comes with little jet rockets. They're kind of cool. Um, but this figure's pretty cool. I tried to get him in a cool pose, but then he took a shelf dive and snapped. So I gotta get that fixed one day. I don't know if I ever will because I don't have the tools to repair something like this. But overall, it is a really good figure. Robot Spheres, Robot Damashi, a lot of them have tempted me to like get another one, but there hasn't been really like a design that I'm really like, oh my god, I need to have it. But this guy really stuck out to me those times. He's very cool. I like him. I don't know how much he is on the aftermarket. I haven't really looked, but like, he's really cool. I I love him. He's pretty cool. First, sentimental because it's like not kind of just important because it's like my first time using my own eBay account. This is my first ever purchase off eBay. About that was myself. That wasn't like I had asked my parents like my own checking account and buy shit my own. All right, moving on. This is my second eBay purchase and the first time I used an eBay coupon. This is the SH Figure Arts Kaioken Goku. I'm SH Figure Arts is kind of like my gateway drug into like opposable action figures, and this one's just a simple story. When I bought the Gundam, I got a coupon from eBay itself, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna get something really something else here. So I just got this Kaioken Goku because he was already pretty cheap. I got this guy for 15. So yeah, he's just the same Goku figure that they've made a buttload of times, just like um but just like just this red jelly. Let me check Discord real quick again. Oh, I see. I don't. These designs look familiar, but I can probably show like what is that mouth. Hold on. These Gundam design looks pretty cool. This is him like gritting his teeth because he's like, I'm angry. He's angry. He has alternate face plates. Like for example, a lot of these figures do. So like for example, for Goku, you could do this. This guy costs I think $35 when you pay him out. All right, let's put this guy. Let's get this guy back to normal. Check out my new cut Vegeta. Yeah, that went for too little too long. I should have cut that off earlier, but I was waiting for a response from chat. But yeah, this is just kind of him in this Kaioken form, just kind of like basically if you put him in super red and made him all glossy. I'm gonna see if. All right, I'm gonna get another. Oh my god, they really want to give me this like this ad for Disney Plus. Holy shit. Yeah, just he's a simple like he's a simple milestone. Just like second eBay purchase ever. He's cool, I guess. So we're gonna move on from Goku, and we're gonna get to Sushi. Hey yo, how goes the figures? It goes well, Sushi. We're just kind of talking about them. Talk about basically what I'm doing here. Since we're halfway through through the decade through 2025 and technicality the entire decade of 2020s, I wanted to look back on major action figures that I bought during that time that mean something special to me. And so that's what we're going to do. Just going through this back catalog of things I have bought here. If we end stream a little bit early, then we end stream a little bit early. I don't really have any other ideas. Plus, it would give me more time to spend my last day in college. But yeah, but how you doing, Sushi? That's kind of like what we're doing right now. I should probably do some. I probably should make the pin thing. No, honestly, I'm okay with yapping. More engagement. More footage of me yapping. Because that's what I like to do, and I just move the shit on the camera. Holy crap. Hee hee hee. Also, we're streaming at 720p now. So if it looks good, it looks good. I don't know how it looks. Doing good. Tired of the bike in the heat, though. Yeah, bike in the heat. I've never biked in the heat, but, like, proud of you, brother. Goddamn, that's crazy. I can't even imagine doing that. Props to you, bro. Ooh, these Ursula Gum designs look pretty cool, Helena. Pretty based. Doing good. Yeah. Hi, Sushi. Alright, next figure is another Dragon Ball character, because I need to finish reading Dragon Ball. It's something I gotta do in my own time. But another Dragon Ball character. This time, it's somebody who probably most people don't know about, unless you know about a certain parody about him, but Nappa. Now, why is this figure of this character that most people don't know about, important? Important to my collection? He is the first ever exclusive that I've ever bought for the first time. I bought this. He looks silly. He is a little silly, but luckily he's only in one arc of the of Dragon Ball, or DBZ technicality. So he is. So, the reason why he's so important to me, because it was my first time ever buying a figure, an exclusive figure. This guy is the San Diego is the convention exclusive edition of Nappa based off his anime colors. Because when this figure first released, it came in his filler colors, which this was brown, this was a black, but they made the anime accurate repaints, which is most people know about Dragon Ball or DBZ. This is the color scheme that he had for like most of the series, and out of the figures that they had at the time, I wanted him the most. So this is my first time actually buying a figure off an exclusive figure. I'm not in anime, but that sure looks cool. It's pretty cool. It's a nice simple design, just a big buff guy design. Unfortunately his shoulders are kind of bad. Like they move up only that far, and that's about it. It's not really good for how this figure costs. I think cost me like $80, and he can't really move his arm though, which kind of sucked. I don't know why they did this. This guy needs a nude version because he's not that great, to be honest. But overall, he's important because of my first time buying from like Premium Bandai. A very generic character design. Yeah, but it works. It's very. If you ever know about Kira Toriyama, the guy who made Dragon Ball, he's a very less is more type of character designer or like artist. That's what he really specializes in. But so I bought this guy from the Premium Bandai website. Now there's different ways you can get that Premium Bandai website. And some stores like Big Bad Toy Store had this guy for sale, but it was for an upcharged price. And then buying him at the convention at San Diego Comic-Con 2020, 2021, I can't remember. And so I bought him from the website. I think this guy came. I think I bought him I can't remember when I bought him, but he was I think I got him like around when I first started going to community college. He came. I remember coming home and remember messing around with him for a little bit before going back to another class. So, yeah, he's important because it was for me buying from getting my first convention exclusive. while also buying it from my first. I remember waking up early trying to buy this guy because I didn't want to miss out on him because as collectors, if it's a exclusive edition, he will it will go out quickly, and that was my main fear. So I got him, and he's still solid enough. I think he just needs an update, but I do still have a special. He has a special place in my heart because he was convention. He was my first ever convention exclusive. So everybody say goodbye to Nappa. Also, he's bald underneath. Let's put that head. Let's see if I can put that back on. Can I do this on camera? Nappa, no! He removed his head. I can do that. Hi, Captain, you're back. You monster. I can also do this. Remove his hand. Yeah. I can do that. You monster. Grr. I'm the rat. I'm a creature of the... I am your biggest fears. Look, Vegeta. Pokemon. I'm glad you're torturing Nappa. I'm glad someone to get it. Thanks, Captain. I bought this... Vegeta, look! Captua! I hit the mic. Oopsie poopsies. Okay, Badly. No, I need you to suffer here. Alright. Time for something. I'm ready to go. Nope. You're staying here. You're not going nowhere. Wow, I didn't expect me to like yap this quickly about all the figures. We might be done super early. Would you got if we're done early with this? Would y'all? Is there anything else you would like to see? I'm honestly okay with ending stream, but if the vibes are good, I might continue with something else. I don't know, brother. How how do I do a better Macho Man impression than you? I don't know. Is Paradox? Is there more? Again, the VCU poser. Nah. Wait, it's over. No, I'm talking about like later because we're kind of like already halfway through like um most of the figures. I could probably find other stories about it about these figures, but who knows? Get a VC rat. I'm not. Nah, bro. I don't want to. I'm not doing that, brother. Because I'm not going nowhere. VC with me. This is a joke. I'm not going nowhere. Alright. Moving on from... Alright, we're going to be moving on to the next... The next, actually... Alright, fuck you then. I think maybe, though. Shy emoji. Flush emoji. Alright, we're going to be moving on to the next batch of guys. So, I actually have... So, I bought these guys together at the same spot. So we were having so I was able to go to a nearby local small that's not too nice, man. Not cool. Bad. Not cool, man. Bad. Nah, that's just Captua. He just like that. I'm used to it at this point. So I bought these two guys at the same figure convention, and here they are. This is so first things first. This is Earthrise Optimus Prime, and this is Siege Netflix edition Megatron. Why are these guys important? Well, one, they were the last figures I got before I Caesar Crua. Oh yeah, people also make Transformers in that game. Yeah, because Hasbro won't do it themselves because any project they make either gets canceled or just like is mobile game and or not fun or just collabs. Good Transformers game when we had Transformers Devastation, and that's about it. Rat, the way you say certain Polish words hurt my soul. I'm not Polish, brother. I don't know how to say Buber Uvra or something like that. I don't know. People playing building games in Roblox doing a better job. Yeah, it happens. So back to these guys. So I bought these guys at a small toy convention, and in a downtown. Okay, all right, I'm gonna get you start running. Nah, I'm ready for it. I could take you on. I can take you on a fight. Those look really cool. Unfortunately, these guys are kind of outdated because Hasbro made newer versions of these characters called in the Transformers line called Transformers Studio Series 86, where they are both, I think they're both larger and they're more accurate to the G1 cartoon. But I didn't know that at the time because this was like 4 years before those guys came out, so I just bought these two to be like my little definitive version of Optimus Prime and Megatron. So I just bought these goobers. The reason why, so I was so during this time I was really getting into Transformers like reviews, and I saw, and these were like the best of the best at the time, and I'm like, on a budget that I had, uh, these guys, both of these guys cost so together these two cost me like $90. He comes with a trailer, which is around close to what they were worth at the time. Is the best deal. I just bought both of them from this one guy, and I think they're both really nice. This guy has a little bit more paints and scuffs because he's a special version of, like, I think he originally came out in Walmart only. But I bought this guy off sale. They do not look like figures I can actually, and as far as actually they can actually, which is funny. Here, I'll actually get an example of a figure that, so this can't transform. I'll get an example of a figure that can't transform. So, for reference, Optimus become funny truck. They can. Yeah, I can do it real quick. So, I will show you. So here, oh god damn it! I keep moving the camera because it's. Hold on, technical difficulties. Ugh. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Optimus Scam. So for reference, Helena, this is from another company called Yellow Park. This is their AMK quote unquote model kit, and he cannot transform. So comparing this guy to this guy, yeah, it's clear who could transform and who can't. This guy's really cool. He's a really awesome figure. He's not on today's like speaking list. I just brought him up as an example. So yeah, actually, you know what? We'll transform both of them on stream. Let me just get let me just make the music real quick. That looks really cool. It's a really cool figure. Ooh, this is a good man. This is Good Kid. This is Atlas by Good Kid. All right, so let's transform Optimus Prime. I still remember how to transform these guys. So first things first, we're just going to. I've never done this on camera before, so it's gonna be a little weird. Just want to show it off. They just get the legs out of the way first because they're like basically don't transform at all. How can outdated, how can older and outdated figures sometimes be better than modern action figures? It's because it's just fun factor. Fun factor, really, preference. I know some people who don't buy modern Transformers figures and only buy the older ones because a lot of them are just more fun. Um, so it's really hard to like really say. It's just a charm, really. I wish I had money for Transformers figures, but I have been looking at Masterpiece and Masterpiece Teslas, which are heavy on your wallet. Yeah, that's Masterpiece is pretty heavy in the wallet. Uh, Transforming noises, woo woo. Toys from '90s are the piece of fun factor. Kenner toys, an example. Yeah, Kenner was like really fun. I think Kenner helped made like Beast Wars, the Beast Wars line. They're all really fun. Sushi, you were saying Masterpiece figures are expensive. I have been tempted to get a few. Some of them of the Michael Bay Optimus Prime. Maybe the best case scenario for me. I do want one Masterpiece Transformers figure, like official one. It's the Transformers G2 Sideswipe. It's basically the normal sideswipe figure, but in black, and it looks so cool. I'll definitely show that on stream if I ever get that figure because it's a beaut and I like it a lot. Your best case scenario to get them cheaper is maybe the fourth party KOs if you want certain ones, but then again, I know third party makes super unique like stuff that Hasbro doesn't. So yeah. Speaking of transformation, we're almost thinking of Hasbro. Oh my god, Disney Plus. Disney Plus wants me. Fuck Disney Plus. Also, my ad thing's a little broken, so let me know if there's an ad. Did I do this right? I don't think I did. No, wait, I think I know I did. Yep. And here's Authorized Optimus Prime's alt mode. This at the time was like the cream of the crop of like G1 Optimus Primes. The Studio Series 86 ones has and its various KOs. I don't want to get into that. Have kind of like took this to shame, and but it's still very solid. I still like the overall look of it. So let's go to we got Optimus Prime. Let's do Megatron. Let's do Megatron right now since we have the time. Just this is fodder. Megatron 2? Yeah, awesome. He's here. This Megatron turns into a tank because he can't legally be a gun anymore. Yeah, these guys kind of got... Yeah, Transformers reviews and buying these two really got me back in the Transformers hobby. Kind of out of it now because of just, like, my collecting preferences have really changed. So I don't really collect these anymore. They're so fun when I do get them, but I haven't really had like the need to buy more of them. I usually just buy it as I'm honestly, I know this is kind of like blasphemy, but I kind of like buying non-Transformers than Transformers because I just really want a cool action figure at the end of the day, and that's what they kind of. I just want a really cool like figure of like of a certain character design, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with living with that fact. That's what I want in my collecting needs. And then we just need to take his little weapon here. Disney Plus, I swear to God. Oh, it's Nike this time, but still, fuck you. I swear I'm using it. I might have to... Here, I want to change the music real quick. I'm going to use something else instead. Hold on, chat. We'll get music back. Ah, damn it. Close the thing I was using. Music. Where is it? There's a stream music. We'll play this right now. Alright, music's back. Let's hope this works better. And then just do this. I have a friend who's an Avian 1 from Evangelion. He sent me a picture of it once. It looks cool. I wonder what diversity got because Evangelion just like produces money. So I don't know like which. There's so many like versions. I think I messed something up here. I think I did. I forgot a step. They made I don't know if it's like there's so many different brands that have made Evangelion merch. I don't even know which one to start. I like to even like know what it is. But yeah, here is his Cybertronian quote unquote take mode. This is more like cyberpunkish, but it still looks pretty cool. Here is compared to to his forever fighting partner. I'm gonna take a quick water break. The moon let it on my mood. Can't stop thinking of you. I want you. Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna get these guys out the way, and now I'm gonna go on to okay, which one of these guys came like first? I'm trying to remember. I think I think this guy did. So back on Dragon Ball, you're gonna be seeing a lot of these goobers a lot. We have the shortest king himself, one of the shortest kings himself, Krillin. Now, I pre-ordered this guy off of GameStop because for some reason the pre-orders were on sale and this guy didn't release, so I got this guy at a discount. So I got this guy at a slight discount, which really was really cool. The more I'm gonna move his destructo disc accessory. Oop, the peg's still in there. How's music volume, guys? Let me know. Still messing with my audio settings. But the more I mess with him, he's so goddamn good. One of the like. Hi, hello XP. How you doing? Where music? Oh, what the? Oh, I've been listening to music this entire time. I forgot to change it. Here, I'll reset this. I'll reset this song so you guys can listen to it. Hi Galaxy, hi XP. So we are yapping about how you doing, bro? I'm just going through some action figures that have, since we're halfway through 2025 and past by half through 2025, which makes us halfway through the overall decade. I'm just going over action figures that kind of impacted this whole this half of the decade. Yeah, that are personal to me, personal like just personal things. I had to hold in one of those jokes because I did if translates to English into I know it's a good time for those jokes. And you're okay for whatever, bro. It's all right. This is an 18 plus stream, so you can make whatever jokes you can. I will let you know if it's bad. I'll let you know. But I was talking about Krillin here because I got this guy. I pre-ordered him from. I shit you not. Anyways, cleaning and opening figures, just more like going over figures that mean something to me in this last decade, not this last decade, but the past 5 years or half decade basically. But this guy, he's so good. Like for his size, like this head articulation, it should be the standard. It's a double ball peg system. It's so smooth and so good. I don't know why Bandai doesn't stick with this. Yo, it's Saitama Trust. I wanted a Saitama figure for a little bit, but I never, because I thought it would have been funny to have one. But I need to watch One Punch Man season 1 and then read the rest, or read like, I see people say, watch season 1, then read until season 2, and then keep reading it after that because season 2 kind of dropped the ball. How are we doing on music? I had none. I wish I had probably. I would have tried to some silly some shitty looking stop motion. I don't have the patience for stop motion. Like it's weird. I had the patience to edit because I made like a fun little I edited like a clip the other day on one of my friend streams for the hell of it. Because I was bored and I wanted to do something creative in regards to like video editing. And Catboy figure win. I don't have a. There's probably Catboy figures out there. Helena. Rat action figure. Have you ever seen the movie Troll Box? I think I remember seeing a trailer for that. Rat action figure win. You know, Helena, this is for you. I'm gonna get this guy out. It was Box Trolls. I remember. Master Splinter. He's gonna be in the background. He's gonna be in the corner right there. Great meta commentary in the post credit scene. Yo, yep, it's Master Splinter. That's OP. What if I bought a second one of these and just customize it to look like me? Would that be fun? I think that'd be a fun little project, but I gotta have one custom I need to finish before this one. This one might be a little bit easier. Buy a second one, give him a scarf. Boom, Jay. I want to make him like the gray, the accurate, like little accurate to the gray. I want to make him gray because he's accurate to the. Oh man, I love this song. Can you hear the music, chat? I'm gonna be quiet so if you guys can. How's the audio bounce of the music compared to me? I can hear. This is Waltz for ZZ from the Cowboy Bebop soundtrack. Such a good song. Such a good series. Alright. Back to another series. The music is okay. Yeah, I should probably turn up a little bit. Alright. Krillin here is probably one of the best figure arts in my collection. He's just so fun to mess with. Some days when I'm really bored, I just need something to like relax with. Sometimes I do like mess around with the figure. Let's give him a different pose. Let's give him a cool. Sadly, I only like gothic rock or something. I'm not really music that much. Neither am I. I'm one of those guys. Just like I think whatever I listen to. I'm more of a whatever I like. This sounds cool. I like it. Man, this figure is just so. The only problem with him is that this guy has a badonkadonk. Pinky and the Brain, Splinter, Mickey, Bernard, and not many like creatures in media. May not much. Or rodent-like creatures. They stole bro's booty. It's so flat that he can't move it back, bro. Look at that. He can't move it. Wasn't there a rat in Transformers that turned into animals? Oh, there was. His name was Rat Trap, which I actually... Where's his ass at? I don't know. I do have a Rat Trap figure from Beast Wars. This is Rat Trap. Krillin has a booty. That's why AT loves him. AT loves him for more than that, but like, that's definitely a reason. He just had such a big old badonkadonk. Here's Rat Trap. You know, I might as well, since we're here, slight diversion. Get an AT that makes sexy. No, I can't show that on Twitch. That's different websites, and people have probably done that already. Because action figures, there's this weird set of like action figure collectors that are very hoardy. Like, if an example of like hoardy action figure collectors, look up Snail Studio figures. They're just Gooter figures. I shit you not. They're just they're Gooter figures. Like, look up Snail Studio on like right now, and half of them will be like anime. Will be like anime ladies. No, thank you. They will be fully clothed unless what kind of figure you're talking about. Just Gooter figures, just kind of just like standard anime feeble designs, you know, big breast, big booties, just like overall like skin clothing that would not work, and body proportions that would not work in real life. Want a Gooner figure of Masato of Evangelion? So many people would. Elena. So many people definitely would want that. Like, I'm not even joking. Hey, let's see if I can remember how this guy goes, because he's kind of hard to remember. I'm a woman, and I'm not. It's not even for the gooning parts and stuff. I just want one to say I have one. Yeah, but like, depending on who you are, you have to try to explain that to people who like don't. For me, I don't think I could, because one, they don't really interest me, and two, it's like, how do I explain that to people? Alright, let's see if I can get this right. I have not messed with him in a hot minute. Is this how it goes? Hey, Elena, what's on your shelf? Nothing! Oh, that's, my sister. What? Sorry, I'm nervous. Wake up one day. I do not know how to... I want off camera. Hold on. I gotta do this off camera. like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start. Man. Alright, I think I got it right. Here's Rat Trap's little mode. Here's his little rat mode. How do I explain? I have a few friends that suddenly put money to buy something stupid, make an updition, and see how we have it. Oh god, that'd be crazy. Actually, it'd be Helena. What's on your shelf? I'll just say it's Batman. It's Batman from an anime, from like super scary, super rare anime. Just tell him that. So we have an ad coming in 1 minute, but my ads haven't been working. So let me know if it does go through. The Twitch tells me that it does, but sometimes it doesn't. Just let me know. But we have an ad coming in 1 minute. If it does happen, go get some water, go get some food. Let me know if there's an ad here. Just please, let me know, because I will either keep going, or I will go to, or just not continue going through the retrospective. I don't know what the other one I'm trying to say. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's clear, Batman. If the ads work for me, it's going to rain. Oh my goodness. Let me know. They've been breaking. They've not been working. I'm like God or something. AFK. Alright, let me know if there's an ads actually here, because sometimes there's ads, sometimes there isn't. It worked. We have to add this time. It's gonna rain. Okay. I'm gonna go to BRB then. Now we're so Clint got an ad. Alright, I'm gonna go to BRB. Or I'm just gonna stay here in the app. I'm gonna go to BRB. Going to BRB. Oh, that's my arm. No, she's not. Alright, we're back. We're back. Let me recap on chat. Helena, do you know the Henya, a VTuber? She got some kind of sexy kind. And Riley asked her, and just smiled, helped. Aren't they cute? Pretend like nothing is sus here. That seems normal. They will no doubt if they're dirty minded. I'm back. I am back from the depths of heck. Gonna close my door.
I'm just trying to listen. Sorry.
It's okay. That was somebody in my house. But anyways, I'm back. We're gonna go back to the Krillmeister. Yeah, just I said it. Oh, God fucking damn it! I gotta get used to that. I gotta get a different table. But yeah, but Krillin is pretty damn good. He's really solid. He might be a figure I would recommend to people who aren't into the figures, or just want something really cool. Krillin's good. He's super cool. All right, next is probably something a little bit more something that I was really happy to get. I think it's my first ever using and buying something from directly from Japan on the secondhand market. So there's something called in the game called import sites where they come from. Obviously, you import from different place, but a lot of them are marketplaces. All right, I'm back. All right, welcome back, Helena. But a lot of them are stuff they sell in the used market, like stores like Bai, Makari, and the subject of this story, Mandarake. Now, I believe I got this guy from a Mandarake listing, and he's probably one of the more important figures to my collection because I've wanted this guy for like a hot minute. This is the SH Figuarts, our Wargame, aka Digimon the movie Wargreymon. Oh my god! When I first got this guy, he still looks so cool. I always loved like Wargreymon's design. It's always been so cool. The only problem is that I can't get him into a cool pose because I'm not used to characters with like claws or like basically like these Wolverine type of like claws. Really hard for me to like get like a good like to pose them personally. But like overall, he's just. I'm still awed that I have him because I've been wanting this guy for like years, and when I finally got them, it still feels kind of unreal that I have him. Is he perfect? No, but he is so cool. Like he's pretty damn cool, and I think he might have the most butt on an action figure. Oop, that front part came off. Hold on, let me fix that. Yeah, but he's just I like having him. And I remember one time I told one of my classmates about it, like, oh, I'm gonna get this figure, and they actually asked me, hey, did you get that? And I'm like, no, I missed out on the deal, so yeah. It was kind of cool. Uh, yeah, but once again, absolutely love this guy. He's super cool, really important to the collection. My experience with Digimon is actually like who's that? This is War Greymon from Digimon. Now my experience with Digimon compared to like Pokemon is that I grew up with Pokemon more. I grew up with Digimon a little bit, but only the original series. But I had more an attachment to Pokemon. Hello, thank you for reading the second rat. I almost forgot. Um, I grew up with Pokemon more and played more of the games, but I always appreciated Digimon. I never like was one of those kids who were like, oh, because I never grew up in that era. I was past me because I wasn't growing up in that Pokemon versus Digimon era. I think that Digimon just has probably better have I still don't get the first rat, second, third rat thing though. It's kind of just like a fun little thing to gain engagement. It's like because usually like it usually brings like it's like a kind of a race thing. So you could be the first three rat, and he's just like a special like yeah you did it. It's just basically like small bragging rights essentially, is what they are. and that's about it. It's nothing too crazy outside of that. It's just little like bragging rights, like haha, I got here first, haha, I got here second, here I got here third. I guess it's like a little reward for getting the stream early, from what my understanding. I just did it because other streamers were doing it, and I thought it was cool, so I just went with it. That's basically the whole point of it. So, is that a JoJo background song? Yes, it's Chase. It's Chase the acoustic version, and yes, I'm aware of what people have done to this song. This is one of my favorite JoJo openings. I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. My friend got me into it back in high school, and I was that annoying JoJo kid. I was that annoying JoJo kid or that person who first got into JoJo's and annoyed the shit out of everybody. I like JoJo's too. I am currently. I need to read part 9 again. I need to like reread part 9 and like get up to date with it because I haven't been, and I feel, and it's like, uh, I love Johnny Joseph is my fave. My favorite will always be will always be freaking I'm actually gonna pick up a figure as we speak. Little side for the day. Yo, what's up, Oni? What you getting, bro? What you getting? What you getting, bro? Glad to see you here. 777. Let's not. Let's go. But my favorite JoJo, is Josuke and Joseph. I love those two. I want to cosplay. I have a poster of part 2. I want a Josuke figure. SH Figure World is making like JoJo figures, but honestly, I'm not too interested in them right now. Um, and I want to cosplay it as Joseph to this nerdy nightclub event that's gonna be happening in in a few months. But I need obviously the stuff to do it. But I love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's probably one of my favorite series in general, and I love Chase. I love Bloody Stream. I love so many. Chase acoustic version is probably one of my favorite songs in general. I love JoJo. Oh my god, JoJo! I can. Oh man, I think the series is dumb fun to me. Every JoJo opening speak. Yeah, it's not really a bad one. Now we're going to Ariana Grande. But yeah, War Greymon. I remember really looking at. Thank you, Oni, for. Thank you, Oni, for the follow and the sub. Thank you very much, JoJo Figure One. Oh man, okay, so I have 2 JoJo figures. I have a KO of I would get it right now. JoJo figures, show me them. I will try. Hold on. Let me I have to go to BRB for it. Hold on. It's going to be a whole mess. I'm going to show you okay, I'll show you both, even though one of them's a bootleg. Hold on. Let me mute mic so you guys don't hear me get up there. Alright, I'm back. So brief side tangent because I know Helena wants to see it. But oh, wrong screen. Let's go off with the bootleg. Here, your grandma will take the backseat real quick. So my grandma and uncle bought me this KO of the big version of Star Platinum. So yeah, he's a little goofy looking because he's a KO, but he's pretty fun. They just got me this for I think a birthday. I kind of customized it to make it anime accurate, but I do like it. All right, green color scheme. No, it's soapy green. And then we have my boy, the legend, the Chad, Joseph Joestar. And I almost got a Josuke, but the thing is, that was also a KO, and I returned it. The guy was super nice. Like, oh man, I'm sorry that I thought I bought a cheap one. Alana, what are you doing? No, do it another VC. I'm gonna have on draw all over. Yeah, but this is Joseph. He's one of my favorite JoJo. Like, I want to get the Super Action statue of like this is by Rambo Super Action statue. If you're gonna buy them, I recommend importing them because buying them in the States is too expensive. Is way too expensive. But I want to get one of Josuke and Crazy Diamond. I'm gonna Lisa all over. Oh my god! All right, drooling emoji. They do have a Lisa figure. Just look up Super Action statue JoJo and you'll find like a lot of them. So moving on from JoJo. Oh, Oni, thank you for joining the fratsness. Thank you very much, bro. All right, so back to Wargreymon. Was really happy to have him in my collection because he was something I really wanted since I was for like years. Like I know more for a while. No, you're not. I'm lying. You don't have the script like him. You're not him. Shit, I don't have him on my B. Speaking back to Storm Clutch, so this is made by the same company that made the Scorpion. Which I mean, I'm not him. I'm Batman. You're not just a Joestar. And I prefer Joseph Joestar over Batman. There, I said it. Here is, this is the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter V Akuma. Now, I love Akuma as a character design. I will, if he's in a game, I'll probably do my best to main him. Steals all your figures. No. But I love Akuma. I like him. I think he's just very fun. I always liked his character design. This is based off his design. Oh yeah. Somebody that I know in my house also collects JoJo figures. They collect the Nendoroids, so they got this little goober right here that they wanted me to show off. S, come back. Thank you, S. That looks like Gareth. For me, that looks like Gareth. No, it was Rat Jolene. That's what it was. But yeah, this is Akuma. Now, this figure is I don't think as good as the Scorpion, but he's still good. Just mostly because like I'm having like. Yeah, but the lighting made it look like she was blonde. Yeah, it's kind of hard. I think it's because like the way they did it. But can I do it? Sometimes when I'm trying to mess with them, he sometimes he just gets split from the waist, and it's kind of not a good look. It's not that great. But Akuma's really good. He comes with a lot of cool accessories. I got this guy at a convention. The same one as Joseph, but I remember him being like very noteworthy because I wanted him a long time ago because I just wanted a good Akuma for the shelf. A company called Jada Toys are making budget Street Fighter figures, and I might get that one to see how this compares to this one. But who knows? But overall, solid figure. I just really wanted him, and when the year I got him, I was kind of the same way as Wargram. I'm like, oh my god, I finally have it. I'm so happy. Kind of like that euphoria of like getting it. He's pretty cool. He can come shirtless if you want to. He's like all figures. He can remove his hands, remove his feet, remove his head to get a different expression. Solid figure. Solid figure. I like him. And now we're gonna go for another. Actually, I keep going wrong, and I keep doing things in the wrong order. We're gonna go back a bit, but we're gonna go to my first ever SH Monster Arts figure. Now, SH Monster Arts is mostly known for making really, really good Godzilla figures, and eventually they did the MonsterVerse design. So they did. This is my one of my second ever convention exclusives. This is the SH Monster Arts what is it? Event exclusive Kong from Godzilla versus Kong. The difference between this and the base version, it comes with more accessories. It comes with different detail, and slight different paint. He's not accurate to the movie because SH Monster Arts is kind of on some BS where it's like they based off this design of Kong, not off the CGI model, but based off a skeleton from an actual person who studies gorillas. It's really weird, but for a while, this was the best Kong figure on the market until Haya Toys came out and like demolished everything. We'll get to them eventually. But I still think this guy's fun. He's just the one problem is he's very loose. He kind of like from somewhere else. Well, it's like GTA vehicles. It's like GTA vehicles based off real vehicles. Yeah, this guy isn't based off like the actual movie model. He's kind of based off just whatever they had. Yeah, he kind of ages kind of like milk. The more I mess with him, like at the time, he was one of the what's on his hand. This is the axe, the Godzilla dorsal spay axe in the movie that he uses to get an edge off Godzilla because he finds it in like an ancient cave in like an ancient world and uses to make the fight even. So yeah. He's important. This guy's important because he's my first ever SH Monster Arts, a line that I always wanted to have as a kid. That's how I kind of got into Godzilla action figure collecting, but I could never afford them. But luckily, I was able to get this guy. He is fun figure, really fun monkey figure. Unfortunately, he's kind of outdone nowadays, and he kind of like gets loose over time. I don't know why. Like, look at that leg. He's very loose. Yay, monkey figure. But I remember, but the thing is, Bandai was on some weird stuff where it's like, I pre-ordered this guy the summer of 2021, and then he didn't get into my hands until the spring of 2022, because for some reason it was so weird. I don't know why they did that. It was a weird. Is it with their? I had a thing Fantastic figure. I had a thing from Fantastic Four, and I gave it to one of my teachers at school like a year ago. I regret that. Damn, broski. Maybe you can find it off of eBay or something if you remember which one. But this guy's important to me because one, it's my actually first like SH. Once again, actually thinking about it, no, I don't. Bro needs Batman merch. Teacher was so cool. He liked DC, Marvel stuff. That's cool. It's nice when teachers are kind of nerdy, kind of relate to them in a way. But yeah, this guy's cool. I think he's kind of outdone. I think you can still find this guy for relatively like cheaper than his like the price he sold at, or you can still find him around for around his like retail price. It's really weird. You can still find this guy around. He was like he was supposed to be event exclusive, but then he was on Amazon. Then he was on Big Bad Toy Store. He was on so many sites. You can find this monkey figure, whatever. But I recommend if you want something that looks like more like the movie, get the Haya Toys. And then we're gonna move on to another a figure that made me kind of appreciate just simple fun toys. This is the Masters of the Universe He-Man 2000 series version of Skeletor. I do have the He-Man that goes with him, but I prefer the Skeletor. What really made me want this figure is this head sculpt. This head sculpt's amazing. Like the painting, the overall vibe. He's just so cool, and I really wanted him. And this guy retails for $20. Now the thing is, these are supposed to be like modern updates to the old '80s action figures, where they only had like this and that and like this articulation. But this guy has, but since he's a modern action figure, they have like slightly more modern engineering. It's basically those same figures, but slightly updated, that are the same size as those old 80 figures. But overall, I like once again, like other ones, I really like this guy. He got me. He kind of made me semi collect He-Man figures. I'm only missing one more I want in my collection. But other than that, I'm kind of my He-Man collection was good. My grandpa really likes He-Man. I wonder if he has any of these figures because these figures are pretty cool. He loved this, not gonna lie. So if you can show him the Masters of the Universe Classics cartoon collection because it's basically they're super accurate to the cartoon. Show them those versions. And I think those have like better articulation or have updated engineering. But yeah, I remember this guy because I remember taking one of my friends um, to a local. All right, I'll remember to do that. I remember taking one of my friends to a local to a local store one time. We were rehearsing a scene for our acting 2 class, and we were like, hey, want to go over our lines because one person can't, and he was supposed to be gone for a while. We What we did here is that and then I'm like, hey, you want to go to the school or store? He's like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I think he bought like a few figures. He bought a few things there. And I remember having a good time with him when we bought this. We're still friends now. We're still good friends nowadays. I just remember this getting this guy being a memory of like one, appreciating just simpler toys, and two, um, and two, just good memories with a friend. As a Brazilian, I hate how I can't have many action figures since it's so fucking expensive here. It's stupidly expensive. Okay, so I'm gonna put you on something, and I want and depending how you and then I'm just gonna let you know that there is a company out there called it's called CT Toys. Now, what CT Toys do, they're kind of they make KOs or bootlegs. Oh my god, my bit rate's dropping. They make bootlegs of high quality figures of from different companies. And they made KOs of Mafex Batman figures, and these are usually $20, like a pop USD. I don't know how they are in Brazilian currency, so look into that if you can. I'll let you know or I'll remind you. So because a lot of people like those type of brands because they make things readily available. However, CT Toys kind of has a bad rap because allegedly they straight up stole like a head sculpt from from an independent artist. Lol, my grandma's looking at is on my monitor right now. He said, "I have the power." Here, I'll do one. I'll do you one for your grandpa. I have the power. I have the He-Man that goes with him. All right, Skeletor is important to me because he was a memory with a friend, and he's a dumb fun action figure, which the whole point of the hobby. Have fun. If you have fun with it, you're having a good time. You're doing it right. All right, next figure. I can't remember who it is. I don't know the exact order. I kind of get the exact order the later we go on. Um, so the lovely Catboy Gareth and I do have one shared interest, and that is this. Oh my fucking god! Why is my bitrate dying? Hold on, I'm gonna BRB real quick chat. All right, I'm back. I gotta go now. All right, bye, Elena. Bye bye. I'll keep yapping. All right. The next. Have a good streamer, right, man. Thank you. Okay, so the next figure I'm gonna talk about is I like this is important to me because it's God bless you. All right, thank you, Helena. Appreciate it. My God, why is my bitrate dying again? God motherfucking damn. All right. So this figure is important to me because he is a figure of an anime series that my friends are into, and plus I just love this character. Like he's so cool. I love this character design. This is Ku something. I can't remember his last name. From Fate. He was another Mandarake order like the War Greymon, and I also been wanting this guy for like a while, like a few like months. Why is my bitrate dying? Hold on. All right. Oh, it's been fine. It's gonna be. We haven't dropped too many frames right now. But he's really cool. Like it was kind of like the similar feelings of like War Greymon. Like, oh my god, I finally have a design. I finally have this guy, and he's the only like high quality action figure of this guy. And the fact I was able to get him in the first place was amazing. Um, Good painting, good sculpting. Overall, look at that facial expression. Like it came, it felt like it came straight out of the anime. Just the unhinged energy of this character. Oh, so cool. He just looks amazing. I absolutely maybe one day I'll cosplay this guy, but that's gonna be very expensive. But and also lots of blue, and also weird anime hairstyling, which I don't know how to do, or a wig. All right, cool is cool. I like this guy. All right, all right. Next figure. So I think it's who is it? Okay, I know. I think it's this guy. So, I've been talking a lot about like, so we've been having a lot of going back to Hasbro. Hasbro makes a line of Marvel Legends, and Marvel Legends is a hit or miss line, but there's one figure that stood out to me, um, and it's this guy right here. This is the Venom that comes with the Marvel Legends 2 pack, with him and the symbiote god Null. Now, the reason why this guy is so important is because I wanted a good Venom figure because I really liked the Venom movie. They're not great, but I really liked the first one, and I thought Venom was cool. So I bought this Venom figure. I bought the 2 pack online. Luckily, it wasn't scanned because it was a box's packaging, so I couldn't tell if it was if I got scanned or not. But this guy is just I love him. He's so cool. Um, he was my go-to fidget toy when I needed to like decompress after. Okay, not decompress, but more like just rest my mind from like he would be my fiddle figure, like fiddle around with him before I went to bed. Like he is so cool. Like I absolutely love this guy. Just the only problem I don't like about him is that he has, since he's a repaint of the movie figure mold, the Tom Hardy Venom mold, he has these fuck ass toes, and I hate these toes. They nasty. But this guy just made me appreciate Marvel Legends more and said, yeah, Hasbro can cook. And honestly, this guy is super cool. Somebody did make custom feet more accurate to the comic, but I missed out on them because I didn't have the figure at the time. But Venom is cool. Made me like Marvel Legends more. Just man, so cool. All right, next figure in line. Who is it? I think it's him. Okay. So remember SH Monster Arts? No, actually, it's not him. It's something way more crazy. So remember how I was mentioning Haya Toys earlier? Um, Hiya Toys is a Chinese-based company that makes currently really, really damn good Godzilla figures, absolutely blowing like SH Monsters out the water. And one of the first releases was a Monster vs. Godzilla. I couldn't get it, but I ended up getting something closer. But eventually, they made a two. They made a different version. Oh, they made a version, and then so they had one based off Godzilla versus Kong, and that was their first ever figure. Okay, I'm losing myself here. They had Godzilla versus. They made a design based off Godzilla versus Kong. It was pretty well received, and then they followed up with this version. This is the Godzilla King of the Monsters, a version of Godzilla from the 2019 movie. I know people don't like this movie, but when I first saw it as a kid, it was my favorite Godzilla. It was my favorite Godzilla movie of all time. It was just, I loved it. Looking back on it now, this movie is not good. The movie is not that good, but this figure just captured that young excitement. First of all, it's my first Hiya Toys figure. It just captured that excitement of this design. This is like one of my favorite Godzilla designs out there. Like, and the figure did a great job. It was nice to have an accurate version of a design I loved in plastic form. That's why I love action figures. I like having representations of these characters I love in physical form. So just, he's so cool. He doesn't come with any accessories. I did modify him a bit to get a little bit more articulation. I basically opened him up, cut some plastic, and then also I can show this one because it's really easy. I cut off some plastic there to create some head range, and then I did some dremeling to this segment so it can move down more. Yeah, it's also I think the first figure I did like major modifications to, so that's also important. Yeah, I absolutely love this fucking guy. He's so cool. Like, I love this guy. He might be a figure up there that I won't sell. Like, he's that cool. Also, this is my first time pre-order from Big Bad Toy Store to get this guy. I remember, I think the day I got him, it was the day I was sick. So I was able to stay home and mess with this guy. Not in the best health, but at least spend more time with this figure before I got busy in life during that time. Speaking of Godzilla, we're gonna have way more Godzilla to talk about this time. We're gonna be talking about as I said earlier, SH Monster Arts is what kind of got me into like Godzilla collecting Godzilla action figures. But this guy was someone I wanted for a long time. Or I really, really wanted him. So this is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla Rebirth, Birth version. I can't remember what it was called. But he is a repaint of the Burning Godzilla mold. And the reason why this guy is important to me because I remember buying this because I bought this guy after Christmas, and I always really wanted like a really solid SH Monster Arts of a classic Godzilla design, just kind of like my contemporary Godzilla. I do think I have one in my collection currently that's better, but I just still like this guy. Like, he still holds up pretty well to this day. He's a little outdated in some regards, but I still think he has this presence, and overall just like, first of all, finding this guy was just insane in the first place. I remember going to like a store and finding him and being like, oh god, and then I just ended up just getting him at that time. He's so cool. Like, he's like probably one of my favorite like Godzilla figures I have in my collection. He's just super cool. That's why I like him. And it especially helps with another figure that I got I think shortly right after. So I'm gonna keep both of these guys on screen, because why not? This is right here a figure I have a long story about. So this is the SH Monster Arts Gamera. Um, from the Gamera 2. Why is this guy important to me? Well, because I actually almost got this guy years ago when I was like in my teens at a convention. He was $80, but I already had spent money, um, like all my convention, all my convention money, so I didn't end up getting him. And then years later, I got him. So I was trying to look for him at like local stores. I actually found that store's, like in-person location because it's a local because it's local to my state or like local to where I live. Driving over there, and ended up, I didn't get him there, but there's a story about this guy coming in saying that he wanted to like say like, hey, I'm here to have some to chill out, and it turns out that man had $1,000, like, okay. So this man said, I remember this man walked in and said, hey, I want to make a payment on something. I'm like, a payment on a figure and hobby store? I'm like, this can't be good. So I was like, the thing is, the store was so small, but there was that you could hear like probably from like a different side of the store anyways. Also, that store, store, cool people. They had too much inventory in that small ass store. Oh, I'm getting all mucusy. I ate dairy earlier. I'm sorry, chat. But this guy was like, oh, I'm here to make a payment. And it's like, and then I heard like how much you're like, all right, man, you're $500 down. You're halfway through for making your full payment. For some reason, this guy was spent $1,000 in at a figure store, and was basically in debt to the figure store. And I'm like, what did you buy to get to that point? I would never do that. Like, as much as I love this hobby, hell nah. Fuck that shit. I'm not doing that for plastic. Fuck that. But I remember getting a eBay offer on this guy. For like, the guy gave me an offer like 20% off, and I'm just like, ah, fuck, I'm gonna go for it. The box was damaged, which was kind of scared, but I don't care about the boxes anymore. I used to when I was a younger collector, but the box was damaged. But this guy, I think, was like brand new essentially. And I love these, and it was nice to have two versions of beloved, like two figures of these beloved like tokusatsu kaiju icons in their one of their better designs together in plastic form, and have them posing, fighting, or just hanging out. I absolutely love these two. This guy more than this one. I think this guy's just the overall better figure, but these guys look great together. It was nice to have it's nice to have Gamera and Godzilla both in my shelves because they are both really amazing figures. Both of these guys are important to the overall collecting journey. We're getting to the end, chat. I have 15 minutes to wrap this all up. All right, we're moving on to who comes after this guy. I'm trying to remember. Hey, let me pull up. I should have run this down. Let me double check something real quick, chat. Who came after this guy? I'm trying to remember. After Gamera. Oh, I think I know who it was. I'm gonna guess. Is it him? I was right. It was him. Okay. So this next figure is important because like Gamera and War Greymon, he was a figure I always wanted when I first saw an old review of him. This is the True Force Collectibles Mega Man X. This guy I think only had one production run because he was technicality because he was a let's see if this works. It doesn't. Okay, never mind. The batteries don't work. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna hope there's no rot. But this guy was a one production run and only had and was a Kickstarter, and then they got the license, and then eventually, but then again, but then they did a second production run, but unfortunately I didn't remember at the time. But eventually, I found this guy at another local store, another local collector store, and luckily I have a friend who works there, and he gave me a discount. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Bless myself. Okay. But I remember when I first got this guy, oh, I was so happy. I absolutely like this design's like is so cool. I gotta mess with him more. He's such a good figure. There's so much paint and detail, a lot of die cast. Just once again, one kind of like the War Greymon and Gamera. Never thought I'd have him, or I spent years searching, and then yeah, this guy just is important in my collection because he's probably another figure I won't sell because I love this design. I love the overall vibe. I love the accessories he comes with. He's just a solid, amazing Mega Man figure. I think this is my go. This is gonna be my definitive. This is gonna be like my only Mega Man figure in my collection because one, I don't play the games, and two, I just like cool designs, and this was a cool design. Next figure. I believe is. Oh damn. So I got into God. So this is the Hiya Toys 2014 Godzilla. This guy's important to me because it was because there is Godzilla. I have another Godzilla for 2014 figure, but this is probably the one of the best ones because I only had one option, which was the SH Monster Arts, but that was hard to find. I was like, gonna cost put me back like several $100, maybe several $100. But this guy was like, I remember when this guy was first announced, I was so excited because this is one of my favorite Godzilla designs. This was the movie that really got me into Godzilla, like this design. And oh man, I remember. I think I started my. It was this year. I started my first semester in university, and it was a long day, and I just couldn't wait to open this guy up and post him. And unfortunately, I didn't get much time because I was busy. But I remember just like when I got the time to open him up and mess with them, oh, I was so happy. This design means so much to me. This movie means so much to me, and it was nice just to have, like, not like a figure of not only my favorite Godzilla designs, but like, just and just a really solid figure. He's just so good. He looks like the movie. He just looks absolutely amazing. Just absolutely. I remember when they first announced him, I was so happy. Like finally, it was gonna take a while for him to like come out, but I was so happy when he finally like shipped. This I actually bought this guy off the official Godzilla store. Godzilla has an official website you can buy stuff off from Toho, and I remember just being enamored, knowing that oh my god, it's real, it's in my house, and it was just so nice. Probably the highlight of my Monsterverse shelf. Just really good. Ah, he fell apart. Very good figure. Love Godzilla G14. Next, okay, moving on to the final three. I'm gonna go with this guy because he is important for those of you who were there. I don't know if all of you guys were, but this is about before a certain era. But this was during. But this is the NECA King Kong. He's only here for one reason. Not because he's a good figure. Another reason he's a good figure, but another reason why he's here because I actually unboxed this guy on stream. I wanted to do like a action figure smash and pass, but unfortunately, my bitrate was so bad and my stream's quality was not great. It was honestly it was kind of awful. That we actually disconnected stream, and I had to cancel stream, and it was like. And it was kind of just like a remind. And this guy just brings me back to like the simple days before of like my early days of streaming. I wanted to open him up to waste time and then also do the smash and pass. With my friends, but unfortunately that failed. We had to cancel stream. I took a week off streaming. It's not the figure's fault for that. I just have the memories of unboxing him before the disaster happened. But hey, um, things happen, and I just have to learn. That's why Kong's here, because he was there during the early days of streaming. All right, the next one is this is so I'm gonna though this guy just represents me getting into like a series and just also being a really also once again all these figures I like and they're really good figures. Um, here is this is Shadow from Shadow 3, the Jack specific Shadow figure from Shadow 3. He's here because this movie got me to be more to like Sonic. Got me to be like more of a serious Sonic fan. After I watched the movie, um, I basically waited till basically I was really into Sonic. That movie basically awakened the Sonic gene within me of like to actually really like Sonic more. And solely after this movie came out, once Christmas hit and I got a Steam gift card, when we came back home for vacation because we went on vacation, we went on because it was Christmas, vacation, and then we came back home for vacation. I downloaded this Sonic X Shadow Generations so quickly, like and also that game got me through. It was my go-to. Like I really want it. Like I want to finish all my homework before I want to get all my I want to get a lot of progress on my homework so I can play this game. It was that game for me, and this guy was a pain in the ass to find. It was easier to find his super form Shadow. I ended up going on eBay to get this guy, um, but I got him, and he's such I gotta mess with him more. He's such a good figure. He's really good. He's like absolutely. I got him for Super Shadow, but he's still pretty cool. This guy is still pretty amazing. The Shadow's here because he represents the hyperfixation I had with getting into Sonic. And I streamed two Sonic games before. I streamed Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Adventure. I will definitely stream another Sonic game eventually, but I just don't know which one. Maybe like maybe one of the 2D games. I don't know. Maybe Sonic Adventure 2. Who knows? Yeah, but this guy's good. Solid figure, super cool. And now we have the big one, the one that I was absolutely amazed that I found for at a local store. So, brief history lesson. Godzilla had a comic book series in the 90s by a company called Dark Horse. And Super 7 made and a company called Super 7 made this. This is the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Godzilla Thirsty for Blood version, aka Dark Horse Godzilla. This is so this just I found this guy at a local shop for a decent price compared to what he was on the aftermarket. And unfortunately, and unfortunately, there's a part of him that's kind of like breaking. I try to do my best to fix it, but he's just so amazing. Like he's not like okay, Super 7 compared to the other Godzilla figures I've shown here, he's kind of like one of the worst ones. But his presence and the fact that this thing even exists in the overall chunkitude and the fact that this is like an 8-inch Godzilla figure and he's just dumb. He's a dumb fun toy. And that's a problem with Super 7. They're more dumb fun toys than super duper like and like high quality action figures. And that's their biggest flaw. Because because the mold that he's based off goes around for $80. And Super 7's always on sale. But this guy just represents like my luck because I wanted him, but I didn't get him at the time. And then I regret it. And then I remember what were we doing? We went out for dinner. Then we went out to this ice cream spot, and there was this local store in my state has a few locations outside of my state, but there's a few in my state, and we were near that area. I'm like, okay. I'm like, hey, can we go there after this ice cream thing? They're like, yeah, sure. And then we're looking around. I saw this guy on a top shelf, and my jaw dropped. I'm like, there's no way. And I'm just like, oh my god. And then eventually, I just caved and bought him that day, and I was amazed because I was so happy to even get this guy in the first place. Like, he's not the best action figure. but he is just so cool. The fact that this even exists, the green is amazing, and that's what I love about it. It's the green coloration. It's the overall presence, the overall mood. He is an amazing. He's just a good, solid, like dumb fun toy, and that's what Super 7 should be doing. They should do more of this, but unfortunately, they're not doing so hot right now. But I love this figure, and I loved every single figure I showed off today. This is a good retrospective. This is good. I think this was something I wanted to do, wanted to talk about before I went back to class tomorrow. But anyways, yeah, that's all I have for you today, chat. Yeah, this is the end. If the song says this can't be the end, but this is the end. So we are ending stream today. Let's see. Thank you, Helena, for coming and chatting. Thank you, Sushi. Thank you, Oni. Thank you, XP. Thank you, Captain. Thank you, Dryster. Thank you, everybody who's come. Thank you, Bree and Bree for the raid. I really appreciate it. Let's see. Who are we raiding today? Oh my god, everybody and their mom is live right now. And I can't find my laptop, my mouse, because that's what I use to like. Did my laptop die? I have to see. I think my laptop died, chat. Oh, it's just lagging really badly. Hold on. Okay. But I think I know who we're going to raid today. I'll have to get that laptop checked out. But, okay. I know who we're raiding. We're going to be raiding a smaller streamer today. Or somebody who just started streaming. My good all-night friend. Let's see. My good online friend, Defective Endulion. The reason why I'm giving him a raid is because, or giving them a raid, is because they have started they're really new to streaming, and let's give them some love and support. We support new streamers here. We support all new and old streamers. We support our homies here. And Defect is a pretty chill guy if you want to talk about comics and just overall nerdy things with them. They're pretty knowledgeable. They know a lot about mostly about comics and various other things. I would highly recommend giving them a follow. But yeah, so I will see you guys probably Friday. I have a stream schedule in my about section, so you can go look at that. But yeah, that's so if you need updates, just go there, and yeah, let's go give Defect a raid. Please give them your support. They are super cool. They deserve it. They deserve all of the they deserve the support. They're a new streamer, so give them a shot. First things first, we do our ever iconic message. Rat sandwich, rat sandwich, rat sandwich. They are super cool. I give them a follow, as I keep saying. So I will see you guys another time. I'll be probably Friday. Will be the next time I see you guys, and we're probably gonna be streaming either a video game. I'm probably gonna see if I could finish Handsome Devastation. I don't know. I haven't the energy to go back to that game. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. We're gonna go raid Defect. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. I appreciate you guys' time. I appreciate thank you for guys. I'm very thankful to even have you guys as an audience in the first place. I am very thankful to. I'm just thankful in the situation. I hope life treats you well. I hope you achieve everything you're trying to achieve. I'm gonna snooze that ad break, and I'm gonna go get ready for tomorrow because I go back to class tomorrow. And I'll just relax. My nose is really stuffy. I ate cheese earlier. Milk gives you mucus. But anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys Friday. And overall, give Defective his their flowers. But yeah, I'll see you guys next stream, and I appreciate all our being here. So yeah, goodbye, my chatty watties.